New algorithm is helping researchers cut through the work of looking at thousands of images in our sky to find previously undetected asteroids. So this algorithm is powered by Google Cloud. It's referred to as Thor, and it sifts through the photos to discover previously unseen asteroids. And so far, it's found almost 30,000 new solar system bodies, including 100 near-Earth asteroids. So for more on how this algorithm works, we are joined by one of the people who helped create it, Joachim Moines. He's a research software engineer at the University of Washington and the Asteroid Institute. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
So in layman's terms, can you explain how this algorithm works to find asteroids?
Yeah, sure. So traditionally, when a telescope wants to discover asteroids, it has to observe the night sky in a certain way. And so typically what it does is it takes an image of the night sky and then comes back 20 or 30 minutes later, takes another image. And then if you come back a few nights after that, you take another series of images. And what you can do with these series of images is actually observe an asteroid move. Whereas a star or galaxy doesn't move. And so the innovation about Thor is that with the traditional technique, your telescope has to observe the night sky in a particular way. And most data sets that astronomers take were never actually made for that kind of discovery. And so what Thor does is it actually removes that requirement to these back-to-back images and allows you to instead link individual detections across nights. And the implication about that is basically any astronomical data set now, regardless of if its goal was to discover asteroids, is now a data set that you can use for asteroid discovery.
Joachim, I have to ask, as a Marvel fan, why did you name it Thor?
So I can't take credit for that name. That's my PhD advisor at the time. It was actually originally called Rascals, and then we thought Thor was a more apt name, so that's why we changed it.
I like it. How does this change things for how asteroids are detected and found?
Yeah. So basically, we really wanted to free up telescopes to kind of do their own thing. And so that means if they want to be addressing different science goals, say they want to do a dark energy survey or, just anything that's not solar system discovery related, they can totally do that. And then what we can do is actually come in and actually discover asteroids if they end up observing them, even if that was not their original intention. And what's really cool, a lot of data sets that are archival or historical are now also ones that we can search for asteroids.
Yeah, and when we're talking about like this amount of digital images that they had to sort through, we're talking about like over 400,000 images. That's pretty incredible. How were all of these thousands of asteroids then missed previously?
It's just because there wasn't an algorithm designed to look for an asteroid in those images.
Right.
Because it didn't have the correct kind of pattern of observations on the sky. And so that's why Thor was created, to essentially be able to find asteroids in these kinds of images.
And are any of these asteroids that are near Earth dangerous?
So we have a couple hundred of these NEO discovery candidates. Out of the 100 or so that we've looked at and that we feel very confident about, I'm happy to report they're not dangerous.
Okay, you heard it here first. That is good news. You mentioned that you're hoping to expand the use of this algorithm. Where else do you see it being used in the future?
Yeah, so I mean, I think it'll always remain as kind of a algorithm to discover things in the solar system, but there could be applications, for example, to detect space debris. Even if you want to start hunting for Planet 9 as an example, it could be used for something like that as well. And so there are kind of a multitude of different things that you could use an algorithm like Thor for. Listen,
this is your field of interest, passion, and study. What excites you most about what Thor can do?
So I'm honestly extremely excited about what's going to happen in a few years' time. There's a telescope coming online called the Very C. Rubin Observatory. And so right now we know of about 1.3 million asteroids. After 10 years, that telescopes can discover another 5 million asteroids. So in just 10 years' time, it's going to discover more asteroids than have been discovered in the last 220. And we think with Thor, we can actually bump that number up a little bit and even find more asteroids. And so that's what I'm really kind of working towards over the next couple of years.
I feel like we're going to have conversations, more of them in the future. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for your time.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.